Welcome to another messy episode of
Where I can top my knee.
รายการต่อไปนี้
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Jonathan, and we are a Boys Love podcast that talks all about our favorite shows and all the press and mess around them, Kevin.
Yes, we do. And speaking of press and mess, do we have some mess
this is messy.
to later talk about? We got a
messy.
lot of mess. A lot of mess. But before we even get into that mess, when are we getting our nails done?
Soon, trust. I want to be a Gelboy
Soon?
so bad, Kevin.
I think, if I can be a gel boy on part-time, that would be great.
Right? If I could... Can I get temp...
Yeah, I can't do a full-time.
Yeah, not full-time.
Part-time.
That's why maybe we'll get some clip-ons. We're going to get some clip-ons.
Yeah, or you mean, or stick-ons? Are they clip-ons or stick-ons?
Fake nails. Temporary.
Yeah, fake ones. Temporary. There we go. Temporary. Oh, so since we have a lot to talk about today, Jonathan, we should run to word on the tweet.
Hey, walk, don't run, y'all. Don't slip. The floor's slippery. Okay, word on the tweet. So much happened this week. Let's start.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First of all, Starstruck Media dropped a little bomb midday during the week. And I was like, oh, what is this? A new BL fan meet coming to the US, Kevin?
Ooh.
We just had Dowell Off-Road,
Yes.
3 weeks ago? And we're already
Less than 3
planning
weeks
for
ago.
something. Like, literally, it just happened. It's still fresh in my mind.
Right. And then we have Gemini 4th in literally less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, first week of April. And
Yep.
now we're having a secret, 4 boys coming July 12th?
Yes.
Yeah, July 12th is the date.
It's
And
not
we
really
saw
a
the
secret,
teaser.
though.
Yeah, it's not a secret. We saw the silhouettes, and even the hint, it's giving the cast of the Heart Killers, which I'm so excited for.
Ooh.
June Dunk, first Cow Tongue.
I am excited I'm going to stop.
No, I'm so excited for June. Oh my god.
I'm very excited for June. I'm very excited to see First Cow Tongue really get into and deep dive into
they're
their
gonna
craft.
cry on stage. They're gonna bawl.
They can cry on command. Like, I'm really excited to see that. I'm really to see Jung maybe be shirtless, even though that's probably not going to happen. But that's what I'm thinking.
He better dance. He better do sadistic.
He
by
better
himself.
dance. He better, take a shirt off. We
Right?
better see nipples. Okay.
Ooh.
He don't need to take pants off. He can keep those on. Like,
Oh my
remember,
god.
this is, I think, all ages show, so he can only be shirtless. Okay. We're not trying to
Hey,
have
a girl can dream. I'm
yeah,
just hoping
that
for
dream,
all the
literally.
fun.
Yes, dream, literally.
Yeah,
Okay.
you excited to see Dunk, Kevin? Your fave. That's your baby.
I'm glad he's coming to the U.S.
Ah. He's gonna be like the main English speaker on the stage too. I think he knows the most English out of all of them.
Really? I would think it would
Yes.
be Jung.
June knows English well, but yeah, Dunk I think is probably the highest, just a little bit over June.
Okay. See, you remember what I said about Dunk? How he's the budget Pooin?
Hey.
Because Pooin is fluent in English.
Well, that's money right there. That's money. That's money talking.
I guess. Anyway.
I can't wait to see all of them.
I'm really excited. To be honest, all of them, I'm so excited to see all of them. And I'm even just more excited that so many BL ships are coming to the US by storm, because this is a lot happening in just the span of a few weeks. We're getting a treat. We're getting treated.
This is a big treat. I can't wait.
Big treat.
We deserve this. It's been years.
It has been years. A long time coming for sure. And I'm really excited. Now, there are some others that we're not at liberty to say that we know for sure will be here in the summer. And when we are at liberty to say, we will say it.
But just have your coins ready, y'all. Have your
Have your
coins
coins
ready.
ready.
It's gonna be lit
Okay.
this summer. It's gonna be
Yes, it's
lit.
going to be very lit. We're going to be hot, deodorant well on, and
Aluminum
oh,
deodorant. Well,
okay. Listen, several showers,
mm-hmm.
all the toilet, all of that. We're
We
gonna be
gotta smell our best for that VVIP
right.
pass. I'm getting the high touch. I'm getting the one-on-one photo with
Because
Jung. I need it. I
listen,
need
I
it so
want
bad.
I want June to come up to me and be like, "Oh, you smell great," and then for him to sniff me.
Ew. He's
Hey,
gonna give you a
sniff.
long
You
sniff.
you
A
know
sniff
sniffing in
kiss.
Thailand is
Oh,
a,
he's gonna give
is
you
a
a
real
sniff kiss.
maybe. I mean, I can't help if I smell that good. Anywho, what else is
Anywho, the
going
next
on?
thing, the next thing. Um, did you see that Woody, well-known celebrity, Thai celebrity,
Okay.
spokesman, talk show host,
Yes.
um, he just got married to his now husband, Oat,
Oh,
over the
congrats!
weekend.
That is beautiful. We're gonna see
We're having
more
so many
marriages
queer
coming up. Yeah,
weddings.
because
Literally.
in Thailand, it fully became legal in January, and we know the first one that of a celebrity couple was Porsche Arm, which we'll talk more about later. But this is great. We're just gonna see them all coming out. It's gonna be an extravaganza for 2025 in Thailand.
Extravaganza. Yeah,
Right.
this one was huge. It looked like it was like a concert hall. It was
Oh
like that
wow.
big. There was a
Wow.
stage. There were so many celebrities. Because they know, like Woody knows probably like so many people from all over the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wonder if P.O. was there. He probably was.
Oh, he probably was.
He
So many
probably
people were
was.
there.
Yeah, I
The
will
gays
ask
turned
him.
out.
Yes.
Every gay is probably there.
Right. Oh, by the way, just talking about P.O., his birthday just passed. So we're wishing you a happy
Oh,
birthday,
happy
P.O., who is the
birthday!
CEO of Star Hunter. We're gonna go ahead and wish him a happy birthday. Wishing you all the best. Um, and we will definitely see you soon.
Definitely see you soon. Wink, wink.
Yes. Okay.
There's so many birthdays happening. Why is everyone's born right now?
Because
Is it
March
is
is
it
a
Pi-
great month.
is
Hello?
it Pisces season? Cancer
It's
season? What
right
season
now
is it?
Aries. It's right now
It's
because
Aries.
Pisces season ended like the 15th or the 16th. So now it's
Mm,
Aries, and I'm a Pisces, I
too many
realized
damn
I
Pisces. Too many Aries right now. Everyone's birthday.
I realized we forgot to mention the main reason why we were in Chicago.
For your B day.
Yes.
Woo!
So that was a while ago. But
Not a while ago. It was last week.
it was. But it feels
Well,
like it was a while ago.
I feel like 20 weeks ago right now.
It
March is the
really
longest month
does.
ever right now.
It's been, yeah, long for other reasons because March has been a fun month, but
It's been a good
also,
long, unlike
yeah,
January. January was 20 months long.
February was also long.
February was pretty quick for me.
It,
I don't know. I don't
I,
know.
I, well, let's just say the past 50 days have been long because
Ooh.
for a lot of other reasons that are outside of this podcast.
Oh,
Anywho,
for sure, for sure. Anywho,
anywho,
the Nets thing. Um, so much happened this weekend. Okay, so
yes.
I don't even know how to pronounce this. The PEBECA Peb Pebeka
Maybe it's
concert. Maybe it's
Pebeka.
Pebeka. I don't
Yeah.
know how they pronounce it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's that big concert that they were having with Afghan, Tainu, uh, Chris Singto. So it was like three GMMTV couples,
Mm-hmm.
old OG couples.
Mm.
Had this like big concert. And it looked really fun. There were so many different acts. Tainu had like a whole wedding special moment. I don't know if they were
Oh,
referencing. They're probably referencing Cherry Magic because they
probably.
had because Cherry Magic there was a wedding. Spoiler. Um,
Yeah, and that was
I
their
mean,
last show.
yeah, that
They
was their
have
last
another one
BL.
coming up. Yeah, I have another one
Yeah,
coming up, but that was their last one so far.
I mean it looks gorgeous and it looks very emotional and everyone was like,
Mm.
"Whoa, how do I feel about this? How did you feel, Kevin?"
Well, I like Tainu, so good for them. We know it is fan service to the max. And we know
But
that
it's just I don't know, it's some more representation
it's more
that
representation.
just normalizing this wedding.
They're normalizing the wedding. We also know Tainu are really, really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, like, I think it's great. We want to see more of this. We want to continue normalizing queer relationships. You know, even though we know Tainu are probably not in a romantic relationship,
Oh, they are
but
definitely not. But
yeah, but we want to continue to normalize these kind of situations. We want people to see it and see it as like, oh, it's just two people getting married. You know,
it's
it's
just two lovers. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and that's it. You know,
Yeah, we had Gun laying in a. Did you see like Gun laying in a giant martini
I did
glass?
not, but this does not
I'll send you the
surprise
video.
me.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know, performing like some kind of solo song, or I think he was doing a cover of something. And I think like Tay and New, they were like pouring champagne on him, and like he was just like feeling himself in this martini glass. It
Was
was
he
everything.
half naked
He was wearing a cute outfit. He was wearing a cute outfit.
with champagne being poured on him?
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
You know, that gun man,
He living his fantasy.
for real.
Feeling his oats. Feeling his
He's feeling his
oats.
oats and his hole, for real.
Oh,
Anyway.
whoa. Um, and then Neo was, of course, a wild Neo appeared, and he was in full drag, in a
Oh.
wig again. So I don't know. They were having like a fake pageant moment,
Mm.
and Neo was like one of the girls on the stage representing them. I don't
What
know.
wig was on his head? Because that's
It
the
was a good
question.
wig. It was a good wig.
It wasn't the pass around one that's been on loan
No,
for
no,
the
no,
past
no,
5
no. It
years.
wasn't half
Okay.
on his head. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Uh,
So, other than wigs, what else is going on?
and then lastly, this just came out today
Mm-hmm.
because we record a couple days early. Pit Babe season 2 finally dropped the release date.
Oh,
Uh,
yes. We've been
it's
waiting for
coming.
that.
Yeah, May 2nd.
Oh, oh,
Ooh,
oh,
Omegaverse.
gosh.
Ooh, or
Oh,
maybe not.
I
Remember
hope so.
those?
I
Yeah.
want to see Pavel pregnant. Is that too much to ask?
You want to see that baby bump?
I want to see the baby bump. I want to see him deliver. How
Ew.
that's going to happen, I don't know. C-section. There we go. So
Oh
I
my.
want to see it happen.
I need the science
I
behind
need the
this
science.
Omegaverse. I need the
So
science.
I said on Discord, which you probably saw, that
Yes, y'all should be following us on Discord if you
you
haven't
should be.
already.
You
I'll put the
should be.
link
But
up
if you're
again on
not,
Instagram, or
as
it's
you
in our link
should,
tree.
bloop.
Bloop.
So as I said on Discord, if people want to figure out how a man can be pregnant in a fantasy world, you should watch He's Expecting on Netflix.
Mm.
So it's a Japanese show. It's not a BL, but it is a
Hmm.
Japanese show. And it's really good.
It's
Really,
live
really
action,
good. It's live action. It's really good.
and it's a fantasy world. It's not like
It's a world where men and women can get pregnant.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's totally worth watching. And the best thing about the show is it elevates conversations around pregnancy and abortion and all of these kind
Mm.
of things. So definitely worth the watch. It's on Netflix, all episodes. And you know, with Japanese shows, they get straight to the point. So you will definitely get sucked in and then you will get out of it as quickly as you got in. I promise.
And
So
you'll see a baby pop out too.
yes, you will.
You'll see some crowning. You'll see some crowning. Ew.
Yeah. So, anywho, let's get to our shows of the week. Okay, Jonathan, what is your show this week?
I want to say Gelboys so bad.
But
I want to say Gelboys so bad, but y'all,
we're gonna talk about it
we're gonna talk about it later.
later.
I will say Top Form. This show was
Mm.
so good. This first episode.
That was a really good first episode. I'm
Like,
into it.
Who's in this show? See, like I always be looking it up. So it's it's two. This show. Here's a little quick synopsis. I'll read the synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also based off of like a very popular like manga.
Mm-hmm.
So like everyone's like, oh, this adaptation is really good.
Mm.
Okay, this series follows Jin, an emerging actor,
Mm-hmm.
and Akin, a 5-time winner of Most Huggable Man.
Mm.
As Jin's popularity rises, a playful rivalry with Akin develops, mixing teasing with genuine interest. Their dynamic deepens into a complex, passionate relationship,
Mm.
exploring love and challenges in the entertainment industry.
Now, The
That was a lot.
name of yeah, it was a lot. And I'm not sensing a rivalry yet. Maybe there's little pieces of it, but
There looks like there's like an age gap in between these two actors where there's like a
mhm,
newbie and there's like a seasoned, like star of
right.
Thailand.
Who's like one of the top stars in Thailand or something like that.
And of
Um,
course, something happens and one falls for the other or one's catching feelings and it's
mm,
it's looking like a slow burn, but also a rivalry with the industry.
yes. And what I was going to also mention, so the guy who plays Akin was in a show that was a disaster
Hey, I
called,
want to say it was a disaster.
well, we've seen worse. That's true. We've seen
I mean,
much
he got a
worse.
good facelift and face surgery.
Yeah. The show had so much potential but fell flat. So the show he
Chains
was
of
in,
Heart.
Chains of Heart, um, do you want to miss that show? Probably, because the end will be disappointing.
It
And
was so entertaining though.
but
Like
it was
episode 1 to
entertaining.
like 7 or something was
Right.
really good.
It was so entertaining, but we're hoping that top form is where he can
Boom,
redeem himself because he's
shines.
not, yeah, Boom is not a bad actor.
He's not.
He's not. He
He's
just,
really good.
it's just that that show that we watched with him was not a great show.
Was a lot of suspending disbelief.
Right. And no resolve whatsoever. And so if you do watch that
Cuz
show,
you
do
can
not
get
expect a resolve.
yeah, there's no way you can get your face done, your fingerprints done, your hair texture different, I don't know, your height different, your voice different. Like Korea not that advanced, mama.
Right. Like they not, you pretty much just did a soul swap. They should have just said that.
They should have made it supernatural
Right.
instead of
Right. Anyway, we try to talk about
anyways.
top form. Sorry, we went off track, y'all,
I know,
but
but yeah, Boom and Smart. And Smart who was in
mhm.
Don't Say No.
Yes.
It's been a while since we've seen him and he has this like long hair in this
It
show.
actually looks good on him.
It looks good,
Yeah,
yeah.
it looks
He's
good on
looking
him.
cute.
Yeah, okay, and people lusting after him on the show, like, oh, this new faces. Ooh, I can eat him.
Ew. They
I
said
can.
fresh talent.
Yeah, they're like fresh meat. Like
Not fresh meat. But this
they're
first
like,
episode was
ooh,
it was really good. I don't know, they're really good actors. I don't know. That moment
mm-hmm,
where he couldn't cry because they were redoing this like sponsored scene over and over again.
mm-hmm.
And he just took him aside and they had that whole like breathing moment. I was like, ooh, this is really good. This is
That's
really
some
good.
good training because he couldn't.
Yeah.
Hmm, hmm.
He like awoke something in his heart, and it just
You
like
know
right there I
what?
was like, is this supernatural? Is he passing on some kind of
You know what I
but I
just
don't
thought
think
of,
so.
right?
What?
I just hope that someone else
Oh,
had gotten that kind of training.
don't say their name. Say their
People already know who I was talking about. If you know, you know. So
Honestly, if someone did that to someone else, we would have got some tears on that show.
we wouldn't have to get, the what is that? The eyedroppers, the
Mm-hmm.
Vaseline,
Yeah, the little
Visine. There
Vicks.
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but
Oh,
that scene,
honey.
stood out to me. That crying scene. That
Yeah.
was really good.
You could tell that there's already a connection between Akin and Jin. Like there's a connection, and I'm excited to see more. I know episode 2 is out. It's on WeTV where people can watch it. I'm going to eventually watch episode 2 because the word on the street is the show is also going to be on YouTube because episode 1 is on YouTube on WeTV's channel on YouTube. So I have a feeling they're going to release each episode, but it'll be after it comes out on
Yeah, it'll be
Gaga on
delayed.
WeTV. Yeah,
Yeah, so maybe next week they'll release not season 2, episode 2, but
episode
then
2. Yeah,
episode 3 is if you pay.
right. Or
Um,
maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see how this goes.
we'll see how it goes. I
Yeah,
think they did that with a lot of shows, like Love Mechanics and
they did it with Knock Knock Boys
oh,
because
but then
Knock Boys.
Gaga had it up to date, but
Right.
then
Got.
WeTV had it a week behind. Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gaga, come on, buy these shows. I need to see shit live.
Please do. Yes, please. Anywho, my show
What's your
this
show of the
week.
week?
Yes, my show is Lost in the Woods, which is available to stream on Gaga Ooh La La. We're gonna talk about this a little bit more. when we get to it. But I like the show. It is an age gap show, which are a little cringe.
Not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah,
It's
because,
depending on the age gap.
well, it's 18 and 30.
Ooh, Kevin.
Yeah,
That's a little
like,
jailbaity. I don't know.
yeah, and to make it even a little stranger, and this is a slight spoiler, it is the grandson of a wildlife reserve owner and the hand of and one of her employees.
Not the boss and employee, along with the
Well,
giant age gap.
there's a little bit of I wouldn't call it nepotism, but
Mm.
there's a little bit of a power dynamic, but kind of not.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say in order to understand the dynamic, you have to actually see the first episode, and
Mm-hmm.
then it establishes what the dynamics are. Um, and I don't want to get too much into it. I don't want to spoil it too much, but you got the warning is there is an age gap and it's a gap. Okay,
And it's a gap.
fall into the gap. Okay.
But you said in real life they're not too far apart in
No, in real
age.
life they're like
The
maybe 3 or
actors.
4 years apart.
Mm.
So yeah,
So
because
that's
I
yeah,
think
that's crazy.
yeah, I think the actor who plays the younger 18-year-old, and why I cannot remember names, I don't know.
FIFA, he's
Fifa,
26.
yes. And then the other actor who I cannot remember.
Him, the guy that plays him, he's
Yes.
31.
Yeah. So they're not that far
Okay.
apart, but in the
And then he
show they
said
are.
Namin is in this. Namon,
Mm-hmm.
who we've seen before in The Rebound and
Yeah.
A Tale of a
Yes.
Thousand
And
Stars.
we love him. We
I
love
love him.
him. We love him. So anyway, why don't we get to shows that just ended? And why don't we do that?
Yes,
And
yes,
then
yes.
because we got other things to talk about. Okay.
Lip sync
Okay.
relationships. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So, some of the shows that just ended. The first one we're going to talk about is Gelboys.
Gelboys.
Yeah, boy.
Well, we can't talk about the whole show
Mm.
since we are doing surprise. We are doing a little bonus recap episode
Yes, we
of Gelboys.
are. Surprise, surprise.
We're doing a whole review special episode, and you might see us do our nails done. Yeah,
Maybe.
you might see us do our nails done.
Or
Get
you
our
might
nails
see
done,
our nails done.
Yeah, one or the other.
One or the
But
other. Something gonna happen. We got to figure
stay
it out.
tuned. Stay
But stay
tuned for
tuned.
that.
And we're hoping this will be the first time you actually see us do a video podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pretty excited. Can I tell you, I'm actually a little nervous?
Nervous to see us talk in live
Well,
action.
live-ish. It would be more like,
Live-ish, yeah, live-ish.
yeah, live to tape, really, is what it'll
Mm-hmm.
be. So instead of like just hearing our voices, so you get to see our faces and hear our voices. So
And our bodies, yeah.
and yeah, well, half of the body. But I don't know if we're doing full body. Are we doing full? Y'all will have to wait and see.
Y'all gonna
Okay,
see, y'all gonna see.
y'all gonna
But we
see.
can talk about like just in general, Joe Boys, amazing, show stopping. Um,
Should we rate it?
what's a brief? No, we can say that rating for next week. But like a
Okay,
brief
or for the bonus
summary is just, I don't know, so good.
Um,
Everyone's fucking with everyone.
it's a high school
Everyone's
BL. That's what we
high
can
school
say.
BL.
But a
Everyone's
very different kind of high school BL.
very different, very Gen Z,
Mm-hmm.
very social media heavy.
And we talked about how a good chunk of this show was shot on an iPhone, which is
Yes.
incredible. So, definitely worth watching.
If
This
you
is by
haven't
the
binge it,
binge it because you can
please.
binge it now. It just ended. Also, we should reiterate because we said this a few episodes back. This is by the same director who did I Told Sunset About You, which to date is probably my top tie BL.
Top,
However,
top, top.
however, Gel
Is Joe
Boys is
Boys
very
coming for
close to
that?
that. Very close.
Oh.
So we'll see. Um, but definitely worth watching. It's all available on iQIYI, only on iQIYI, exclusive to iQIYI.
Exclusive.
So get into it. Like whatever you're doing, don't even go to work. Just binge it, okay?
No, no.
So
Take the day off because you're gonna
take
be
the
a
day
mess
off.
afterwards.
Right.
Take the day off, and then also go buy the merch that just came out because I just bought the whole collection because I'm crazy in the head because I love the show
Wow.
so much. I love the show
Wow.
so much.
Yeah, I have not found a show that I want to buy merch from yet.
Because you're not insane, Kevin.
I'm not. Well, not in that
Well,
way.
actually,
Not in that
well.
way. And there's people who are more insane than both of us could ever be. But we'll talk about them in a little bit.
All right.
The next show that just ended is Porsche Arm, The Wedding. This is a reality series showing, of course, Porsche Arm pre-wedding and the actual wedding for the finale episode. 5 episodes available on Gaga Ulala. It is a reality show. Each episode is under 30 minutes. Jonathan, did you finish it?
I still haven't finished it, but I will.
You
I
can,
will.
because it's very easy to finish.
And I can because it's
Yeah,
just finished.
yes.
Easy
And
binging.
yeah, it literally, because you only watched, what, the first 2 episodes?
I've only seen the first episode.
So you could finish it in 2 hours.
I know.
It's very easy.
I've been stuck on other things, but
Yeah.
I do want to get back to Porsche Arm. And it's
Yeah.
good to see the behind the scenes of a queer
Yeah, it's like
legends in the making.
everything going up to the wedding and then the wedding itself. And
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. It was insightful in many ways. And I
Were
think
you taking notes for your wedding one day, Kevin?
my wedding's already planned. So,
Oh,
but I will say that the good thing about this show, even though I question some of the choices regarding to editing and sound, but
they
overall, the
really
premise of
they
the
filmed it
show,
so fast. Yeah.
they did. And the premise of the show is what's the most important.
Mm-hmm.
Like we get to see a celebrity queer couple that everyone in Thailand knows about, that we love seeing. They were in Caged Again, by the way.
Oh,
Yes. So,
they've been multiple Caged Again, I Long Nai.
and it wasn't just like a guest appearance in Caged Again. They had a whole story arc. So
Mm,
that's why I kept saying, like, even though the premise of that show Caged Again is a little weird, but the show was overall a good show.
mm-hmm.
So it's a show that I think people should watch anyway.
Unlike I Long Nai, yeah.
Right.
I mean, Online
Right.
Nai, they played the parents in Online Nai, but that
Yeah.
wasn't the best show.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And if you want to see Porsche do his own solo work, you can watch Together With Me, where he plays
Oh, he
a
played a
messy
creeper.
doctor.
He played a creeper.
Hey, messy doctor, messy.
Oh gosh. Like, I mean, Porsche can act. Like, he's very
Oh, he can
versatile.
act.
He can act. So, the other show that just ended, a Vietnamese show, Fight for Love, which we had not
The show
seen a
was
good.
so good.
It was so good, and we had not seen a good Vietnamese show in a while.
Say that, say that.
So,
Or maybe period. Ooh.
wow,
This is like it's at my top now. Like I still love
it's very cute.
that other show. I forgot
Which
the
one?
name of
Be
it
Your
already.
Star.
Be Your Star. I did love Be Your Star,
Be Your Star was good. It was
but it
all
was
things
so messy at
considered, it was
points.
good. Even
But
though
like
there
if
were
it had this chop down, 10 out of 10.
right. Because Fight for Love, 7 episodes. Each episode was roughly a half hour.
Mhm.
And it just got to the point. There wasn't a lot of fluff. And
Mhm.
there was a lot of mess. Like, good mess.
Oh, I just realized though, it did lack one thing. The
Mm.
side couple.
Yeah, they didn't develop that side couple too
I
much.
just
Now
realized the
thinking
side
about it.
couple didn't get like a moment at the end.
Yeah. They really didn't get a
Like
moment.
they
Now
kissed,
thinking about it.
but that's about
Once.
it.
Yeah.
They had like a small little kiss.
Yeah. But maybe
Hmm.
that's okay because the mains had so much mess around them, and there was y'all.
So
This is a
much
slice.
mess,
This is a
twists and
slice
turns, and
spoiler. Yeah, this dude was a hoe. Okay, not one of the mains, but the main villain
oh
was a
that
hoe.
yeah,
Yeah,
the villain. Yo, this villain was crazy.
yeah, a hoe. That's what he
sleeping with
was.
everyone to get
And
anything.
an irresponsible hoe. See, it's one thing if you a hoe and you responsible about it, because hey, we all got our hoe phase, okay? Maybe I'm in my hoe
Mm-hmm.
phase now.
Oh,
But but then
long
like
whole face.
but anyway, but some people are just irresponsible hoes, like lying and scheming. And
Lion
see,
scheming. All these boys
they give
are right
hoes a
there.
bad
Like
name. They give hoes a bad name. They really do.
he didn't hoe right. He didn't hoe right.
Yeah, he's an HO apostrophe. He's that kind
How
of
you
hoe.
hoeing with the whole friend group? Like that's so messy. That
That's
was
so
so messy.
messy. Unlike, see, look, if I'm a hoe, I'm an HEAUX. Okay, this classy. Okay.
At least you ain't burning people. Let's say that.
Okay, I'm not burning
That
people.
was a crazy storyline of the show. Go
There
watch
was a
the show,
lot
y'all.
going on in the show, but it's really good. What do you rate it, Jonathan, out of 10?
I would rate this like a good 7.5 out of
Oh,
10.
I was giving it a 7 as well. Like, I enjoyed the show.
Like this was, I laughed. I didn't cry, but it had like good story, good
It did.
emotions,
And good pacing.
good pacing. It had a twist. The
Mm-hmm.
finale was a little but it
Yeah.
was still good. It was still a good show overall. I just didn't know that this whole competition was the main goal of the show.
Yeah.
Cuz it seems like a cafe drama
And then it turned
and then it
into a
turned
music
into like a
drama.
but then the whole poster of the show is kind of like a music,
That's true. So
like
it should have
so
told us it was.
yeah, there should have been more music in the beginning maybe to tie it all
Maybe.
together. But
Well,
we
I
did see
mean,
him
he
play
was
in the
playing on the
street.
street. Yeah.
I know, but I don't know.
Yeah. Overall, I'll give it a 7 out of
Overall.
10 as well. You know,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's a show that maybe I might even consider rewatching in the future, you know, when we don't have a lot on
Mm.
our roster, which seems to not happen often.
There's no
So,
time for rewatching. But you can
right.
probably see what else is on RL Studios channel.
That's
See what
true.
other BLs
They
they
do
have.
have another BL that I did watch from them from Vietnam that was also pretty short. It was 6 episodes, and I think it was called Stupid Genius.
Mm.
So it's a high school BL. I enjoyed it for what it was. So I would say if you want to go back, I think it came out in 2023 maybe. So you could probably look on their channel and see. But it's on YouTube. Go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
watch it if you haven't yet.
And support Vietnam
And
coming up
Yes, it is. And last but not least, and we're going to talk about the show later, but it only ended for
later.
some people. Oh, we are going to talk about the show later. Oh, we have a lot to talk about this show later.
We can
Um,
talk about it now.
we're going to talk about it later because we got some other things to talk about, but it's secret
Evading
relationships.
y'all,
It
teasing y'all, little teasers.
a little teaser. It ended this week
Ended
uh,
Friday.
on Friday. And it only ended for some people. So if you are in the US with standard VIP on iQIYI, it's only halfway done.
It's only
If
on episode 5.
you
Yeah.
have Gaga Ulala and live in Europe, it
Then
has
the whole show was
ended.
done.
Right.
Because it was 2 episodes a week if on Gaga. It was Thursdays and
Right.
Fridays.
And it's not available on Gaga in the United States. Probably the same for
Unfortunately.
Canada. And then I believe it's also available in Asia, and not sure what the status is in Latin America. But the point is,
Yeah.
some people have
The
only
rest of
been
the
able to
world.
see half. The
Yeah.
other have only been able to have seen the whole thing. We have a secret. We're not in a
We
secret
have
relationship. But
hey, no. Me and Kevin,
we're
no,
not in a
no.
secret relationship, but we have watched the whole series. So
Maybe we have a VPN.
yeah,
Maybe,
y'all know what we
maybe.
do.
Yeah,
But
y'all know what we do.
right. But we will say that we will try to focus on the first half of the show when we start talking about the show a little later. But before we get into that, we got some new shows to talk about. So
Killing me with these teasers.
let's do that. Let's do that
Okay, quickly.
quickly. Okay. So, one new show that I actually discovered today, so which actually came out 2 weeks ago, and it's a Japanese short. So, I'm putting this on the list because Jonathan, we low key have been in a Japanese BL drought,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been
My
saying we
heart's
need a
still broken from
yeah,
our youth.
because we had Our Youth, which was great. When It Rains, It Pours, it was great.
Oh,
And we're like, we need another one that is great. So this show, Why Should We Hide It, is a short. It's only about 24 minutes. It's on YouTube. It came out 2 weeks ago. It is a high school BL. It's actually pretty good. And I
you've
advise
seen the whole
watching.
thing?
I've seen the whole thing.
It's just a one shot.
It's just a one shot. Anybody can
Mm.
watch it. Go ahead and take a look at it. Low key, it would be nice if we could get a full series out of this one day. But this is good for what it is. Go see it.
Go
Um,
watch it.
Go watch
Okay.
it. Next, of course, we already talked about Lost in the Woods. Only reason why I'm putting this on here is because it came out on March 19th when it was supposed to come out a week prior. So it was a little delayed. It's on Wednesdays on Gaga Ulala. The next show that is coming out, not to get confused with the Vietnamese show we just talked about, is Fight for You, which is a Taiwanese series that will be available on Gaga Ulala March 28th. I have very little idea on what this show is about because I did not read the synopsis.
Me neither. I just saw the cover art and I was like, all right, Taiwan just keeps pumping,
They really
pumping.
do. And, some of the shows that come out are great, like The Unknown, and then others,
Or
they should have just never
exclusive
brought them.
love. Some are eternal flop. Hey.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Um.
Woo! And then finally, this show I'm really excited about because we've
Mhm.
seen teasers for it. This is a high school BL called Hisu in Class 2. It's a Korean series. So we got another Korean show to add, especially since one allegedly just ended, depending on what part of the world you're in. Um, this is a high school BL. It comes out also on March 28th on Viki and allegedly Netflix. Now,
Ooh.
I'm not sure. I haven't figured this out yet if it's coming out on Netflix in the US or only in certain countries. But
Mm.
I'm just letting y'all know where it's available to watch as far as I know.
I think
It'll,
season 1 is on Viki already.
no, no, no. This is a one season show.
Oh, I could have sworn. Oh, maybe I'm
Mm-mm.
thinking of Love Class. Love
You're thinking of
Class or
Love,
something.
yeah. Hisu in
My Hero
Class 2.
Class.
This is
I
not
see.
this is not a second season. This is the
I
first
see. I see.
season. So the class number he's in is Class 2.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
Well, I thought this was that other show
A
with the
lot of
sequel.
people thought it was a sequel, and I was like, and then I was like, it's not. It's
Oh,
not a
I see. I
sequel.
see.
So this is a very new show. I'm really looking forward to watching it because after Secret Relationships, child,
Ooh, I need something to fill that
oh
void.
honey, woo,
Ooh,
Jesus. Speaking of which, why don't we go ahead and get into it? We got a
let's
mid-season
run. Let's
review.
run.
Run, run. Okay, so as y'all know,
Heaven, this show is so good.
it's really good, and y'all already know we completed the series. Okay,
I have so
um,
much to say, but I'm holding back. Holding
and
back.
yes, and we will have plenty spoilers and some teasers for episode 5 and beyond. So this is a mid-season review from episodes 1 to 4. The show only has 8 episodes. Um and we're going to try to not go
We'll
beyond
give
episode
a
4.
little,
We
yeah.
might give you a little appetizer, you
We'll
know.
let you know when we're about to spoil something. But this
Right.
is the first 4 episodes are
hmm
mainly
There's
messiness.
there's a lot of messiness,
There's
you
a lot
know.
of Ets drama.
Yes.
There's a lot of men coming out the blue.
And Jonathan, can you tell the congregation, like, what is this show about? What is the synopsis of this show?
All right, let me look up the synopsis. This show is so good, y'all. Oh my
It is
god. I
so
really
good.
Kevin's been telling me to watch this show
I
for so
sure
many
have.
weeks.
And
And I'm
anytime I
like,
tell you to
"Ugh,
watch a show, because
I
I told you
know,
about Are
sometimes you're
You,
right. Hey, you did. Hey, only 2 for 2. Only 2 for 2. Cuz some of these other recommendations are not it, but
other shows I told you to watch because they're a mess.
like these web KBLs are not it, but all right,
Yeah.
synopsis. So Don, A smart and handsome salaryman often clashes with his colleague Sung-hyun.
Mm-hmm.
Their relationship becomes more and more ambiguous as time progresses, while other figures like Jaemin, a former tutor, and company heir Soo-hyung make their way into his life. What shape will his love square end up in turning into? Love square.
It is a
It
love
is a love
square.
square.
It is a love square. It's a
It is a love
messy,
square. Oh,
nasty, psychotic,
it's so
toxic
entangled.
love
It's
square.
so sticky. It's
It
so
is. It's sticky and not like in the cum kind of way. Just sticky.
whoa
Like,
whoa.
like sticky
This
would.
show.
This show is doing. There's a lot.
Stop. What are you saying? What are you saying?
There's a lot happening in the
There's
show.
a lot happening.
There is a lot happening in the show, and Lord have mercy. So, y'all already, thank you, Jonathan, for the synopsis, because already, we set up
We
that
established the
Dawn
characters
and Sunghyun initially do not like each other, and they clash a
because
lot in the
he
office.
broke his watch the first
Yes,
day.
right, right,
Well, he saved his life because he was gonna get hit by a car,
right.
but he broke his expensive watch
That he
that
got
was
as a
gifted to
gift
him
from
from his
J-Man,
tutor, Jaemin.
who he has a crush on.
His Hyung that he's loved since college,
Yeah,
11
since
years.
college for a long time. And then we also find out that Jaemin and Suhyun are exes.
Or exes, yes.
And
And Soo-hyun has been away in America
right,
for the past couple years. I'm not sure how long. Maybe I'll say 5 years or something.
I think it was 7. It was something really,
7.
I think it was
It's something
7.
long, right?
It was something long.
But he's coming back, and he's
Right,
back in Korea, and he's hitting
right,
both of them up.
right. And I would say in these first 4 episodes, we don't
It's very confusing.
it's
It's
very
very
confusing on like what the dynamic between Jaemin and Suhyun and why they have this unhealthy obsession with Daon. Like we
yeah.
we don't get those pieces right away. And I guess it's towards, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's towards the end of episode 4.
The end of episode 4, you find out because they're all running to Don's apartment, and you find out that
Oh, that's right. Jaemin
Song
and
Hyun
Suhyun had a agreement to pretend like they were dating each other because they both had a crush on Daon.
and
Which
the reason why
by this
is
point we're like, what's the reason?
literally I
Like,
was like, why, if you both like him, why are you agreeing to date each other
yeah, why
to
don't both of
to
y'all
stay in
just
this man's
compete
life?
for each other?
Yeah,
Like,
fight for
compete,
love. Come
fight for
on.
love. Like the show. Like, come
Yup.
on. And instead, like, let's just say this. This is not a spoiler, but if you have watched beyond episode 4, it makes sense to you if I say this. If you have not watched beyond episode 4, this may not make sense. But Suhyun, it was not Suhyun's idea. It was Jaemin's idea that they date each other or pretend to, and that's all I'm gonna say.
And that's all you gotta say.
And that's all I gotta say.
That Jaemin
Because it's in episode 4,
is the
it
one.
was his idea,
It was his idea, yeah.
right? But once you get beyond episode 4, then let's just say the pieces fall. They fall where they need to fall.
Pieces are piecing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wanna. We have to. Let's have a little spoiler. Spoilers.
Yes. So
Skip
cover
ahead
your ears
2
if you
minutes.
have not watched beyond.
Or if you don't want to get
episode
spoiled,
4.
or just watch the show. It's so good.
Right.
Um,
You could pause this podcast right here, go watch the show, and then come back. Yes.
Kevin, that was wild. The twist, the twist. Jaemin, y'all.
Jaemin
I
is
really
crazy.
didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that, Kevin.
The
The mastermind.
I was shocked.
I was shocked.
I was flabbergasted.
He plays so
Like,
innocent in the beginning.
Yes.
And then you see these little things that he does. Like his students gave him a drink and he threw that shit right away.
Right. And that already tells me that he was probably an asshole. Or,
That he's just a
well,
fake man.
actually, I take that back. Because before Daon confessed his love to him, because that's when he threw the drink away, in my head, I was like, he not interested in these girls because he interested in Daon. That's what I thought.
No, you
And
don't
then
have
we
you don't
find
have
out
someone for 11 years and then just I
you
don't
don't.
know. You know this man. You don't keep someone on the hook for 11 years.
You
This ain't
don't?
Gelboy. This was crazy.
Well, I'm just saying, if a certain someone is listening to this,
Ooh.
and that's all I'm gonna
Hey. Hey.
say.
If a certain man is listening to this, then maybe you got to step up.
Anyway.
The real listeners know. The real listeners know.
Right. Okay. If you're a day one, you know.
Jamin is crazy.
He is.
Psychotic. The acting in the show was amazing.
Great acting. I also want to point out, before I forget,
What?
going back to the fact that they're in a fake relationship, Jaemin and Soo-hyun, that should already be an indicator by the time you're at episode 4 that both of these men are not normal. Like, I don't like using the word normal for queer folk, but in this case, they are not
They're
normal.
mentally not
There's
well.
something not right. And
Like
that
if
should,
he's like, "Hey, I like Daeun too. Why are you keeping him from me?"
yeah.
He's so controlling.
Yeah. And it's
Jamin is
like,
so controlling.
yeah. And that part is so wild to me. You
Like,
know,
why are you trying to share him with this man? I don't understand. They both love him so much that they want him in their life, like in any way possible.
right.
Which is already like, damn, Don got that good. Like these
Yeah.
boys,
In my
these
head,
two
I'm
rich
like,
men want him
right.
so bad.
And you know what makes that even more wild? Neither one of them have even done anything with him beyond a kiss. So you don't even know what the hole is like. Like, you don't have any
You
indication.
haven't
They have
sampled
never
the
seen,
merchandise,
you
and you're
haven't seen
paying
this
rent,
man.
you're
Right.
paying careers, you're
Like,
ruining companies.
Dawn got something. Like, it must
Yo,
be
it's
pheromones or
good.
something. It has to be like, like, how are
Yo,
you out
insane.
there? You literally pulled in two wealthy men who are a mess.
A
Like, and
mess on
not in
their
a good
own.
way. Not in a good way kind of mess. And they paying for your bills and, buying
They paying your
stuff.
family's bills.
Man, you're
They
right.
Oh my
Like,
god.
this is, I mean, low key, well,
It's giant
let's
red
just
flags
say
though.
by the end of episode 4, would I want to be in Daon's shoes? No, because his
No.
dad is a mess. Oh, that's the part we also forgot to mention.
They
Because
never
this
brought the
also,
dad up back again, but I don't
well,
know.
I mean, that man is gambling somewhere. That's his problem.
I mean, the
Like, the
whole sister
man,
storyline too. Yeah, I feel sorry
well,
for this sister.
I feel sorry for her.
She just wants to
And
get out too, just like he did.
yeah, because the dad is a gambling addict. And I think anybody, and I don't think that's Jonathan or I, but we probably know folks who have parents who were addicts of something.
Hmm.
And it's a very difficult situation to be
To grow
in,
up in,
to
yeah.
grow up in, and then to still experience. And with Daon, sadly, he was someone who was at work keeping his private life outside of work, which you should be doing anyway. Like,
Hmm.
you don't give everybody your tea, okay? Like, if everybody tastes the
Yo,
tea,
these
then
coworkers were
these
so fucking
coworkers
nosy, so fucking
really,
messy.
oh, they were so messy. They
That's
really
Korea
love,
though, right?
they,
It's all the rumors.
right, they love everybody's tea but their own. Like,
Hmm.
drink your tea, okay? And stay out of my tea, okay?
Drink your tea.
Right. And these people were, and they were creating mess. Like, they made up all these things
They're
about
spreading
Daon being
rumors.
like from a very wealthy family. He never
I'm like,
even
I've
told
never
them
said
that.
that. Just because I'm wearing Gucci, don't mean I'm like that. Maybe I just want to flex at work.
Or maybe he
What's wrong
got
with
it as a
that?
gift from some rich suitor
I
or
feel like it's
two.
just from this job. Like, I don't know. He doesn't give bougie to me. Like he's
He
literally
doesn't.
just this
Yeah.
a well-paying
He
job. He's like a
he gives,
director
what do
of
they
this.
call
What
it? He gives um quiet luxury. There we go.
quiet luxury? There you
That's what he
go. There
does.
you
So,
go.
and they could see it, and they're like, "Oh, he must come from a wealthy family. Oh, he went to one of the top schools. Oh,
I'm
he
like,
blah
oh,
blah."
he's
And I'm
smart.
like, "Come
Just like
on,
later,
y'all."
they're doubting that he got the job. I'm like, is he not good at his job? Like,
Right,
if
he's
he's a
been there
nepo
for
kid, he's good
years.
at it. Yeah, he's good at his job.
You're right. He's already proven himself. So y'all want him to prove it again? Like,
Come on now.
right. And there was just so much happening. Ooh, that was a spoiler. We went ahead of episode 4. But let's just say this office is so messy. They love to gossip a little too much about everybody. Now I can see why he didn't like going to those dinners.
Because all you do is just drink and pretend to like your coworkers as you
Right,
talk shit behind them back. I don't
right.
know.
That's why he
So
was
many
like,
secrets
and
in this
plus,
relationship,
yes, yes,
in
yes.
these office relationships. I don't know.
Another thing did we find this out at the end of episode 4 or was it episode 5?
What?
About, so y'all, this might be a spoiler. I'm gonna hope it's not. About what Jamin set up.
If you're still listening, then thanks.
Yeah.
Um, I think that happened episode 5. Yeah, that happened episode 5.
Okay. I'm not gonna say what it was, but Jamin, this is how we knew there was more of a problem with Jamin than we thought. Let's just say that.
Like boys are violent, and you see why. And
Yes.
maybe it's towards different people, but
Mm,
it's still crazy.
it's so wild.
They needed a trigger warning for a couple scenes in the show.
They really did.
So
Um,
if you're watching this show, you should brace yourself for blood,
yes. Yes.
for self harm and
For a lot of
violence.
things. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Overall,
Whew.
what do we rate this show?
This was a good KBL. Like it
Really
felt
good.
so. This show felt like I was reading the panels. You know what I mean? Like this felt like a man plot. Like they probably took this directly from the story.
I think they did.
I mean, they probably always do, but this felt very like panel for panel. I'm gonna give it like a good. I'm gonna give it a good 7.5.
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. And I don't do
Mm.
that very often, but it's a well done show. Great editing, great acting,
The
a
acting was
a
amazing.
wild story.
Those two actors,
Mm-hmm.
for Jaemin and Soohyun,
Yeah,
amazing actors.
the story was wild. And again, once you go after episode 4, let's just
The
say
story
there's already
unfolds.
some twist in the first half. There's way more to come. There's way more. And some of these twists will shock you, surprise you, which is why we're trying not to spoil it because we want you to share the
Go
surprise
watch
that
the
we
show.
had. And
Yes.
you need to watch it.
So find it anywhere you can online and go watch it, and then let us know on Discord.
Yes, please let us know
Join
on
our Discord
Discord.
and let us know.
Yes, join it right away. If you haven't yet, join it now. Like you can listen to this and join our Discord at the same time. I promise you
Boom.
can.
Bloop.
Boom. So before we get to the end of today of our podcast, let's go into the vault once again. There's stuff in there always to pull out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Not to pull out. Come on, pull out.
we were watching Perfect Timeliners today. In the most recent episode, there was this thing between Yacht and Pepper, which didn't come into nothing.
Of course, they're just teasing a
It
little
was
something.
just teasing. But one thing that it made me do was remember Yacht's character in Love by Chance. So also, is this the first time that Yacht and Perth are in a show together since then?
Honestly, I just realized that, yeah. Or
Wow.
maybe they've been in like one of those other shows like Reminders or something, but I don't think Perth was in that. So maybe, yeah.
This might be it. So in Love by Chance, his character, whose name I forgot in that show,
I forgot too.
But his character is very memorable. Like, there was a lot of things he was doing that was, even for today, for 2025, and that show was in 2018. Even for
Yeah.
today,
His name was
he,
Pond in that show.
yeah. So he was doing a lot. Like, he was
He was
a freak.
nasty in that show.
He was
a
a
freak.
freak. Yes.
He was the freak roommate that was like, yeah, he was always watching porn.
Always watching porn, had a desk full of like used tissues. Like, there was a lot happening. But one thing I'll have to say, because back then a lot of the BLs, when they would have like the sex scenes, they were just so like, who was the intimacy coordinator? Like, who wrote this? Because, like, why are
It
you
was a little
saying?
too like just throw a comforter over and boom, they did
Well,
it.
I mean, and it was like there may have been a condom in sight, but there was no lubrication.
Of course,
And it's
never.
kind of like, folks, this is butt sex. You need lubrication. Okay?
And
Like,
you need
lubricated
to
condoms are
clean
not
it out.
enough. Right.
Yes,
Okay.
Love by Chance. Yeah, they did talk about douching and they talked about proper
Lubrication. And it was all from
lubrication.
Yacht's
Yeah,
character, the freak, because he watched so much porn.
he watched so much porn.
Yeah. And I would not consider porn to be the best educational tool when it comes to sex, because a
No,
lot
no,
of
no,
it
no, no, no,
is
no.
coordinated, right? And it's not a real life situation. But I'm glad Yacht's character was there. Like, he was good for something.
I think he was like, I think Perth was like looking on his computer for gay sets. I think, or like how it all worked. Yeah, I think
And
that's how it all
Yacht
spawned
knew,
from.
because he watched all kinds, gay, straight, bi, whatever. If it was porn, he was watching it. He's one of those freaks that was watching tentacle porn. I promise you. I
Stop.
promise you.
What
So,
show were they watching tentacle porn? Remember? Playboy.
of course it was. Of course it was. Of course it was.
Oh, Mr. Evil in Playboy. Oh my god. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for the spoiler.
That's okay.
Um,
Playboy, we can spoil you. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Rye Can Top My Knee. Please go ahead and don't watch tentacle porn and just get your nails done.
yes, Gelboy
Okay.
style.
Yes.
And I hope the Rye in your life doesn't keep your knee on the hook.
Period. No breadcrumbs.
Period. Period.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
Bye bye.